Hello dear viewers, this is Dukas Copy Webinars and you're watching the Forex Trading with Rakesh. Today is 20th of September 2022. If I am through, like my sound is clear, please let me know in the chat. Is audio and video through? MGA in the chat. Hello MGA, welcome to the stream. I can see that video is good today. Can you hear me, guys? Alright, so I have checked the audio also. So with the small introduction, yeah, thank you MJ for letting me know that sound is clear. So after a small introduction of 1 minute, we will go through the charts quickly. And this is the Dukas Copy Webinars, your favorite channel, and you're watching the Forex Trading with Rakesh. Today is 20th of September 2022, and I'm your host here. I'm a Dukas Copies community member. I'm not an employee of Dukas Copy, therefore whatever I'm talking about here, whatever trading ideas we are going to discuss, or the support, resistance, price action, whatever we are going to talk about here are my own ideas. Okay, they have nothing to do with the bank, Dukas Copy Bank. So in this live stream, we'll be strictly talking about the technical trading, or I could say some of the indicators, and mostly it will be the price action trading. And we'll try to ignore all the fundamentals because everything is already priced into the chart. So we'll try and focus on the charts only. So in this program, we'll only be using the candlestick charts. We will not be using any other type of charts like bar charts or area or line. No, we'll only be using candlestick charts. Why? Because they give us the maximum information which we need, okay, to trade the price action. Now, if you are new to the technical analysis, I would request you to go to channel's homepage, search for the playlist section, and look for the two playlists. One is the profitable candlestick patterns. See, one is profitable candlestick pattern, other is profitable chart pattern. These are the two different playlists. If you go through them, you will it'll help you in understanding whatever we talk about in this program, because most of the candlestick patterns and the chart patterns with their targets and the psychology behind those patterns is already discussed into those videos. Also, at the end of the session, I will be taking the questions from the viewers. So I request you to please ask your questions if you have any in the chat, and I'll try to answer them as and when they are relevant. Last but not least, everything that I say in this live stream is for information or knowledge purpose only. Please do not put your money on the line just based on this video or on this live stream. Okay, do your own research, think, wait. You can say for a week or two at least, observe how the things go. What I say, does it happen? As can it be used in my trading or not? Something like that. Okay, because this is only to help you in taking the informed decision. But if you take decision based on this video, you cannot blame me for your losses if you incur, and I will not take any credit for the profits that you make. Okay, so this is only a learning process. Please be with me and ask questions if you have any doubts. I will try to clarify all the doubts that you have. So without further ado, let me open the charts. But before that, I want you to go through this small risk disclaimer. This is a standard risk disclaimer because we are talking about the foreign exchange, and trading on foreign exchange on margin carries a high level of risk. Please go through this risk disclaimer. Pause the video here if you want to go through this risk disclaimer and understand it completely, because this is going to help you in the long run. Now I'm going to jump on the charts straight away. This is the 4-hour chart of the dollar index. You can see here it is written dollar index. Now dollar index is very important to discuss. That's why we discuss it every day. One thing, because we are talking about the major pairs here like Euro USD, GBP USD, AUD USD, New Zealand dollar, USD CAD, USD CHF. So everything that we are talking about here contains mostly US dollar. So we want to see where the dollar index is going. Now till yesterday, actually on the daily, I'll show you. Till yesterday we were thinking that the dollar index may find some support here. Okay, till the closing. Okay, on the 4-hour I'll show you. Before the yesterday's closing, we could see that these long 4 hourly candles were forming, and we had expected that this zone here may give some support to the dollar index, and it did today. This area acted as a very good support, and now the dollar index is headed upwards. Now what does it mean? That broadly the dollar is rising against most of the pairs in the market, sorry, most of the currencies in the market. Like it is rising against euro here, because dollar is rising against euro on the daily, I must say. Okay, on the daily it is rising against euro, that's why euro is falling against the dollar. I'll come back to the dollar index again. Now it is of course rising. Now till what extent it can rise? Now 110.22 is a good resistance area, so expect it to rise to this one, and if it goes beyond it and breaks 110.76, then the uptrend will still be intact. But in case it fails to break 110.76 and on the contrary breaks this low here, which the market has created, like 107.64, if it breaks this low here, then a downtrend will be starting for the dollar index. But as of now, there is 50-50 chances so where the market will go, because I'll just remove this trend line to make it more obvious for you. You see, this is the previous high that the price has made, and this is the recent high. And from the lows, you can see if this is the previous low that you are taking, or you can take actually this low also, because they are at the same level. If you join these low, you will see that a symmetrical triangle is forming. Just to make it more clear, see, this is a symmetrical triangle forming here. Now till the time price is making a symmetrical triangle, that means the buyers and sellers are at the indecision, or they're not sure which direction they want to take the market. So whichever direction that price goes after break out from this symmetrical triangle, in that direction we can actually take trade. But the problem here is that in the longer run, the price has been making higher highs and higher lows, so we can safely say that this was an uptrend. And in an uptrend, we do not look for a selling trade, or we do not want to go against the trend. So what we do is we wait for the price to find the resistance, or get some to find some support, and then go in the direction of the trend, which is uptrend. But right now, if you see 110.22, the price is very close to that one. So should you open a buy position here somewhere? No, the answer is definitely no. You should be looking for a buying opportunity near 109.34 to 109.12. That is what we said yesterday also. But today I'm saying now the price has already taken some, has already moved towards 110.22, and it is very close to that. So opening buy position at this spot will not be a good idea. But if you get another chance, like this, maybe you should open your buy positions close to this area. Now this is one thing. But now if you ask me where are the support and resistance, this is the zone of support here, 109.34 to 109.12, and the resistance lies here in this rectangle zone, 110.22 area. Talking about the euro USD is moving in a downtrending channel, and also it has started making a triangle here. This is called a descending triangle. If the descending triangle breaks to the downside, which looks like it will break in a day or two, maybe, because the dollar index keeps rising. If the dollar index keeps rising, the euro may fall, and if it breaches 1.9952, which is a very strong support in my view, it is a very strong support. Although the price is trading has traded very close to that, but if it manages to give us another close, I think below 0.9952, we can see the lower levels in this market. But till the time the price is trading in between this area, I think we are good to hold this. Or if you really want to build the positions in the long direction, I will say wait for that, because till the time 1.00, no, not 1.00, yes, 1.0088, this area here, till the time this is not broken, we cannot be sure that the price has started an uptrend. No, wait, this has already been taken down. Now we are looking for a higher high. That means this 1.0197 area should be taken out in the euro to start the uptrend. Actually, the downtrend is already in a jeopardy, because this recent reaction high from here has already been taken out. Okay, after this low was made, the price made this high here and it has broken this high here. That means the higher high has already been made, but we are looking for a higher low. Now that higher low may be this one, or maybe even the larger low to the downside, maybe whenever it comes. But till the time this 1.01977 is holding, we cannot be sure that the price is headed for an uptrend or the market is headed for an uptrend. So I'll just keep it here. This may be a next seller zone. That's why I have written it down, because we are expecting this area here, because we are expecting this area to act as a huge resistance, one being this horizontal level, one being this falling trend line of the triangle, as well as the from the recent highs, and third is the 61.8%, that is 1.0094 area. So there is a multiple zones of resistances here. So I'm expecting if the price goes here, then there will be huge selling in the euro with respect to the dollar. So now if I ask me where is the support and resistance, 0.9952 is still a very good support in this market, and on the higher side we have 1.0088 as a very good resistance if the price comes here. GBP USD 1.1409 is no more support for the price. I think these two were actually, there was a double bottom here and we were expecting this double bottom to break, but it did not. In fact, we have seen another swing towards the recent lows here. Now there is a third possibility that there's another possibility that we will see another low here like this. It may be a triple bottom, and if it is not a triple bottom and if the price closes below this, then what does it mean? There is a possibility the price going like this. Now if the price goes like this, then look for a selling opportunity at the retest of that area as the fresh resistance. Okay, like this. Getting my idea? This is a very simple approach that we have been using from a long time, and you will realize that after a breakdown, the price tends to retest that area. Most of the time it tends to retest that area. If it has broken some, say, resistance, like you see, if it has broken some support here, this price tends to go to that same level to test that level as the fresh resistance, and then head and make a third wave. So this is very important point. You have to keep this in mind, that whenever you see a breakout, do not be very aggressive and do not try to open a trade immediately. You can wait, give it some time to come and give us a pullback, then see how beautiful this was, a bearish engulfing at the resistance. Now why we are saying it at a resistance? Because this was a previous support. This was a visual previous support, and now it has acted as a resistance. There's a bearish pin bar, there's a fully go sell, and if you have sold it with a small stop loss higher than this one, this could have been yours. Now you just have to adjust your position size in that case, so that even if you are wrong, you should not lose more than 1%. That is what I'm saying always. I cannot stress it more than this, that you should always keep an eye on your position size. Okay, most of the people lose their account, they blow off their account because of the over trading. I must say, not over trading, but huge position sizes. The position size should be adjusted in such a manner that even if you are wrong, even if your stop loss gets hit, you should not lose more than 1% of your equity. And you know what about stop loss? Most of the people do not even bring in their stop losses. They are trading without stop losses. So why will not 95% of the traders will lose? Because they are not using stop losses. They are thinking that because they have entered the trade, so it will definitely go their way. But this is market. This is market. This takes away everything from you if you do not size your position accordingly as per your risk. And as per my recommendation, you should not risk more than 1% of your account. So you see, if you have a potential of making 3% on a trade, maybe you should open the trade. But if you have no potential of making 3 times the risk, then probably you should not open the trade. Now for example, here I just gave you an example of bearish engulfing here. You see, we have noticed that this was a bearish engulfing, but how will we open a trade at this candle? Either we will wait for the 50% retracement, of this candle. Now in this case, Fibonacci retracement of this one, is see, okay, the 51 sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, the 50% of this fall here is at this candle, and the 50% was at around 1.17195. You could have either sold the position here, but stop loss could have been here only. Why here? The stop loss could have been only above this candle. Now in that case, if you would have opened your position here, if you could have opened your position here, your stop loss would have been how many points? 45 points or so, approximately 45 points, and you could have kept a target of 110 points, which is perfect, almost 1 is to 3 risk to reward ratio, because this is the known support region. So you will always target the next support in case you're selling. Now if this was your case, it's okay, it is good, 1 is to 3 risk to reward ratio. But if you had have opened a trade based on the 4-hourly, then you could have not even made that trade. Why? Because you see, here you have to put a stop sell order. That means if there is a follow up, then only you want to enter the trade, and the follow up, you will be sure about the follow up if you have kept a stop sell order below the low of this particular candle of 30th of August of 0900. Now if this order gets triggered, where should be your stop loss? Your stop loss should be still above this high here. Now in that case, what will be your stop loss? You see, this is going to be your stop loss, approximately 75 points, 75 to 77 points. And what would be your potential target? Your potential target is still this one, 77 points. Now if your potential target is 77 points, your stop loss is going to be 77 points. You cannot negotiate here about stop loss and take profits. It has to be nearest support and resistance. Now if your stop loss is 77 points, your take profit is 77 points, that means this trade should not be opened, because in case you are wrong, you are going to lose 1%, and in case you are right, you are again going to make 1%. But this is not good in the long run. Now suppose you make 10 trades like this, then in 50% of the time you will lose, 50% times you win. If 50% of the time, then again you are going home with nothing. On the contrary, if you are opening a trade only if you have a potential of making 3 times if you are right and losing 1% if you are wrong, then after 50-50 chances, if in the 5 trades you win, you are going to make 5 into 3 equal to 15%, because you are winning 3 times of the risk, and you are taking 1 times the risk, 1% as the risk. So you are winning 3% at each trade. In 5 trades, if you win, you are making 15%, 15%, because other 5 you are losing, so you are losing 5%. Now if from the win you take out the 5 losing trades, you still go home with the 10%, and this keeps on adding as you grow your account. This keeps on adding. I'm just talking about 5 out of 10, but it can be something like someday you will lose 6 out of 10. You still go home with some percentage. Even if you lose 7 out of 10, you will still go home with the 2% profits. Do the math, you can do it. But you are not that dumb that you will lose 7 times out of 10. So even if you lose 10 out of 10, I will say, even if you lose 10 out of 10, you will still lose only 10% of your account. Right? 10% of your account, I think you can still bear it. But if you start risking more than 1%, I don't think that you will live for trading for very long. So you have to live the another day, so that in the next trade you can make 3%, and in the next trade you make 3%. Okay, much of the I think this is a lot already about the position sizing, risk management. This is how you should do. Okay, I think pound is getting pounded very badly. Yes, I have already given you an idea that if it goes below 1.1354 area now, I think it will be very bad for the cable. On the other hand, above 1.1446 area, if we see a close, then above 1.1446 we can have 1.1608. It's me, Anoop. Hello, Anoop. Welcome to the stream, bro. So above 1.1446, you will see 1.1608, and that's possible. But below 1.1354, we can see more. We can see more more losses for the cable in the coming days. MJ is saying very useful. Yeah, MJ, you mean risk management? Yes, that is very important and very useful aspect of trading actually. I just hope that you're following that, because in the long run, if you have to be a pro, it is very much required. So Australian dollar break of 0.6714 will expose 0.6893. That was to the upside. It did break but was rejected at 0.6733 area. Why? Because I don't know. Maybe some positive news for the US dollar, but right now dollar is pressurizing these markets to go downside. Now if it starts going down and breaches these two lows that it had made earlier, I think we are going to witness 0.6569 at that time. Okay, if the price keeps on getting lower and lower and breaks this 0.6669 area, then Australian dollar may head towards 0.6569, which is also a target of this broken head and shoulder pattern. Right now we have immediate support at 0.6669 and resistance at 0.6714. New Zealand dollar, yesterday we have witnessed, actually not witnessed, yesterday we had predicted that there is a possibility of price going towards 0.5920 and then taking some support here. Although it has not taken the support and it has already breached that level. Now since it has breached that level and there is a possibility that it will give a close below that 0.5920, then there is a possibility of price going towards 0.5606. Now because 0.5606 is going to be the next support, let us see on the 4-hour what actually happened during the day. Okay, you see during the day when the price closed below this, it went up again. Let me show you on the 2 hours. It went up again after closing below. It went up again to test that as the fresh resistance. Maybe on 1 hour it will be more clear. No, maybe on 30 minutes it will be clear. I think this is too much of zooming in on the price, because I tend to not zoom in even the 1 hourly. 4 hourly, daily, weekly, these are the good charts to look at. So after giving a close below this here, the market tried to test 5920 area as a fresh resistance, and thereafter there was only selling. So we go to the daily chart again. Guys, if you find this video or this live stream useful for you, please consider subscribing to our channel. And if you are new, and if you really like this, please try to share with your friends, those who want to learn the price action or those who want to see how we make trades. Let them come in and join us. Maybe they can spend some time here for, because we are not going to do it more than 1 hour. So 45 minutes or 40 minutes daily, other than Saturday and Sunday, I think they will be taking away a lot from this webinar. So let them come and join, and we can take their suggestions, and we can also take their questions if they want to. So please share with your friends. Now here 0.5894 is where the price is trading, and in case it starts going up from here, I think 0.5920 will start acting as a good resistance in this market. That is the New Zealand dollar I am talking about. And New Zealand dollar, as of now, I don't see any supports in the on the way. This area here may find some, okay, this area is a support. This 0.5852 58, yeah, 0.5852 can be of some, yes, of some support to the price in the coming time. It's me, Anup. Could you please give your review on Euro USD? Anup, Euro USD we have already covered. It was covered before pound. You can actually recheck that review. Okay, we have already covered Euro USD. Thank you for asking, by the way. In the end, if the time permits, we'll all again check Euro USD for you if you want to. So USD CAD is on the resistance of this rising channel actually. So there are two channels forming here. So both of the channels have a confluence of resistance here. So that's why every time the price is testing these lines, it is being rejected badly. Now even if it breaks out of these channels here, the 1.3417 is not very far. I think it is only 70 to 80 points away from here, and if there is a breakout from here, I think the price will get rejected at this high. Why? Because it has been a very good resistance in the past. So if this has been a good resistance in the past, that means it was a zone for the sellers. Now if it was a zone for the sellers and they push the prices back to this area, whenever they will get an opportunity, I think they will try to push it again to the downside. Now in that case, I think we can see 1.3223 in this market. But right now, if you see this daily candle, which looks like a Marubozu, and it has already broken the high of this inverted hammer, that means the buyers are not ready to come under the sellers, and they are pushing the bears to the top, and maybe they will take them through 1.3417. Now we are not going to buy this market at the current levels because the resistance is very close. But what we can do is, well guys, we can look for something like this, break out from here, then retest of this area as the fresh support, and then we will be looking for buying this, because then this area will be acting as a confluence of supports. No, one support being provided by this horizontal level, one support being provided by this rising channels resistance line, which will act as now support when the price comes to this area, and one is this channels resistance line, which will be acting as a support when the price comes from the top to this one. I hope you have understood what is the plan in the US dollar against the Canadian one. Okay, USD CHF. Why US dollar is falling against the Swiss franc? Let us see on the daily chart. All right, dollar is rising against all the currencies, but here something is cooking. Here it seems like the dollar is not able to gain as quickly as required in case of Swiss franc. So that means Swiss franc is still stronger than the US dollar. There is a possibility now the price will reverse from here and may even take this low here, and price may come back to 0.9372. Now this is a type of pattern when it is made. This is a type of pattern when something is not supporting the market. There was a bullish engulfing here, but there was no follow up, and on the higher levels it is being rejected, or you can say that the sellers are opening their sell positions here. Now I am expecting actually in a week or two the price to come below 0.9546 and maybe even towards 0.9372 in this area. Now if you are keeping a note of whatever I say, you can write it down, because I think US dollar is going down against the Swiss franc in the coming days. This is what this trading, this candle here, today's candle and yesterday's candle, is showing us. But where is the resistance? The resistance is now very far, 0.9885 area. Where is the support? The support is 0.9546. Now if we see a follow up tomorrow below the low of today's candle, then this will become our new resistance area, okay, because this is the recent high that the price has made. USD JPY is still moving in that rectangle. The buyers have not decided yet whether they want to take it up or not. The sellers have not decided yet whether they want to take it down or not. So there is a lot of indecision here in the USD JPY. So I will suggest again, stay away from this market. There is no pattern forming as such, so just ignore this one here for some time. Okay, here in silver we can see, at least on the 4 hour, we can see that the breach of this line here. Okay, I will not say about anything about this line, but I am just removing this line from here. Okay, now this you see this, there was a downtrending line when we had joined these highs. Okay, I'll say, suppose the chart above the chart ahead of this area is not there. Suppose there was just this flag, I mean this pole and this flag here. When we joined the highs of this flag, there was a breakout in this candle, and after that there was a support taking activity. Right now the price is again trying to take support at this broken trend line, which we had created by joining these two highs here, and this has been a valid trend line, and the price is still trying to take some support. If this line keeps on holding, although there is a lot of steepness in this line, if the price keeps on holding, we can see higher prices in the silver. but if it doesn't hold and the price falls below this, then 18.57 will be next support for this market. As of now, it is actually 18.57 only the horizontal good support. On the higher side, we have 20.86 as the good resistance. If we see on the daily chart, this was on the 4-hourly chart that I have explained. And now one more level that we can create is these lows, this high and this one. We can actually incorporate these zones, but this has been a good support, see here and here, and has been good resistance here and here. So this area of 19.78 now is also a good resistance for the silver. Talking about the gold, let me show you what is happening on the daily. Well, below 1683 the prices are going to go towards 1555. How much time will they take? Well, that only be told in the future, we cannot say about that. But yes, now the price is very weak, the gold is very weak below 1683. It may go to 1555 very soon, and if 1555 doesn't hold, then it may also go to 1451. But on the upside, I think where there is a lot of resistance now near 1683 area, and that will hold good, because this has been a multi-months support area, and because it has been taken down now, I don't think that there are more buyers than the sellers who are interested in selling the gold nowadays. And you see this rising trend line on the 4-hour is already broken, and I'm not expecting any buyers to push the prices higher from here. I'm expecting the sellers to push the prices down in this market. So on the higher side, we have 1683 as the resistance. 1555 is the next support for the gold. Brent is trying to take support at the lower levels around 90.22. If you switch to 4-hourly, you will see after a long bearish candle, it tried to take support at 90.22. But if it fails to close the day higher than 91.49, there will be more losses for the Brent ahead. In that case, 90.22 will be the immediate support, and after that 86.46 will be the next support for the Brent in the coming days. On the higher side, we have resistance at 91.49 for the Brent. There is no there is no good pattern here, so I cannot say anything about the patterns here. But yes, the price is moving in a channel, in a downtrending channel. In fact, in two downtrending channels, one is very steep and one has a bit less inclination. But yes, the price is moving in a downtrending channel on the 4-hourly time frame at least. Euro against the Australian dollar is holding near 1.4881 area, is trying to take support here. It may go towards 1.5277 and is consolidating, I think, before it is headed towards 1.5277. Right now, support at 1.4881 is the good support. Resistance is at 1.5277. If this support breaks, 1.4881 breaks, price gives a close below, 1.4805 will be exposed. Okay, and if 1.4805 holds, fine. If it doesn't hold, then 1.4565 will be exposed in this market. US dollar against the South African rand is not doing good. We were expecting that the US dollar is doing good against all the currencies that it is trading, but it is not trading good against the South African rand. You see, every time now the price is making highs here. Can you see these wicks that I can see here? Can you see these wicks? 1, 2, 3. Now this is an indication that whenever the price tried to go higher, it was rejected by the sellers. So there's a lot of sellers waiting here, I think, in this area of 17.87830. So now when they are able to overpower the buyers, maybe at that time we will start seeing the red candles from here, and in that case we will see 17.542 and 17.3045 and 17.050 in the coming days. That is what I'm expecting. But I'm not saying that you sell the market now, because the price is at the resistance, but we don't see any pin bar or bearish engulfing here, at least not on the daily chart and not even on the 4-hourly. So wait and watch what happens here. If we see a breakdown, maybe that will be our indication to go short, but as of now, do not sell. Just wait and watch, please. USA Tech is in a downtrend. Day before yesterday there was a pin bar, although it would have been a bullish pin bar. It would have been if it would have closed in the green, but it did not. Yesterday there was a follow up, and today there is again a red candle. I can say that yesterday's follow up was not very good, because it ended up into the resistance, and now today after opening higher the price is going down. Where it can go, it can go towards 10,678 area, which is the next zone of support based on the previous price action here. USA 500 is also yesterday it actually failed to close higher than 3910, and today after opening it has found the resistance at the area where we have mentioned just now. It was also the previous support area. Now it has uh, found this area as a fresh resistance, and you see this bearish engulfing on the 4 hourly. This was an indication that a huge sell-off is there on the way. Now it's only a matter of time when we see a close, actually a 4 hour close below this area of 3828. In case it happens, it will open the way for 3209 very soon. This is how the price travels actually in the long run. US dollar against the Chinese yuan is trying to go up, but actually yesterday after coming to this level we were expecting 61.8 to hold as a resistance, but it did not hold as a resistance. Although there was a small pullback from here, but it did not hold as a resistance. That means that buyers are still in control of this market. Now till the time the buyers are in control of the market, I think we should not be looking for any selling opportunity, but yes, you should be looking for a buying opportunity. Now where can be the buying opportunity? This is a very good buying opportunity, 6.9803, because this will be supported by this horizontal level and this rising trend line. But if you want to sell, I don't think that it's a good idea, so just stay away from this selling attitude, and look for a buying opportunity in this zone here. You get it? Chinese yuan is a good currency to hold against the US dollar, but as of now, if you ask me today, US dollar is doing very good against the Chinese yuan, so better do not open any sell position here at present. Okay, further we want to see Euro JPY. Euro JPY has been at the multi-month resistance. 144.25 is the multi-month resistance zone. Till the time we don't see a month closing higher than 144.25, there is no possibility of 155 or 149 to be seen on this chart. But we can open sell positions near to this 144.25 with the small targets toward 139.38. And if you look at the daily candle, you will see some price action here, which is indicating that the sellers are ready on the higher levels to open their positions to target 139.38. but as of now there is no confirmation for us, so I will say just wait and watch for how the things play out in the Euro JPY also, because anytime euro takes support in the lower levels, this can explode to the upside because it's a monthly high, and if we see a closing higher than 144.25, you will see a lot of sellers becoming the buyers in this market. So I don't want you to get squeezed off, so just stay away from this market till the time we don't see the buyers jumping in, or at least for the matter sellers jumping in, because there's nothing happening at these levels of 145 to 143. It is just consolidating before I move further. GBP JPY on the other hand is a very good sell trade as of now, I must say. Do you remember that yesterday when we saw a level lower here and we said that okay, this has been a good for a rise from here, but since the 61.8% is taken down, so now when the price starts going upwards, you may find resistance at 50%. Well, this was in our yesterday's webinar, and you can spot that this area here acted as a very good resistance, and now the price is headed towards making new lows maybe in this market. And while making new low, it has to go through this low that the price had made yesterday. I'm marking it on my chart, that is 162.73. if 162.73 is taken down, the next support will be this rising trend line, which is a dynamic trend line in nature, and after that trend line we can see this rising trend line as the fresh support, because the horizontal support is very far, and that is 157.70. or maybe I did not mark much supports. Let me check on the daily if there is any good support that exists on the way. So this was a good level, this was a good level, this was a good level. So let's see if we can get 3 spots. No, 1 1 2 3. Okay, so this one may be a good support, a spot. 160.38 area, or maybe even these lows where the price has found some resistance here in the past. This may also be a good spot, or yeah, 160.96 area. Why? Because it has been a good support here, here, good resistance here, good resistance here, and here also. So yes, 160.96 may be an area of interest. Instead of putting stop loss, why don't we take a long while already in short side? What do you mean, Anup? If which pair are you talking about? Instead of putting stop loss, why don't we take a long while already in short side? You mean if we don't put a stop loss, and when we are already short in somewhere, and rather than placing a stop loss we should buy it? Well, if you are already short and you go long, your position is squared off and you are out. And if you place a stop loss, that means you know that you are in the direction of the trend. But if your stop loss gets triggered, that means you are out of the trend, and you will place your stop loss at such a place where you know that if the price goes here, that means the trend has changed. Did I answer your question, whatever you asked? I think price is headed towards 162.73 now to test it as a fresh support. If it doesn't hold as a fresh support, I think the price will head towards 160.96 GBP JPY is what I'm talking about. The last pair that I'm going to talk about is the New Zealand Canadian dollar. Yesterday, out of nowhere, we pulled out this chart and it was following a falling channel very in a fine manner, and now you see after reaching this channel slow, the buyers jumped in and they're trying to push the prices higher. Now it is rising against the Canadian dollar. See, New Zealand dollar is rising against Canadian dollar. It is trying to find some resistance at 0.7872 area or 0.7871 area, and even if it doesn't act as a good resistance, the price may head towards 0.7902 and maybe even to this channel's resistance area. Well, in all the cases, we are happy. We need to see a bearish price action here, or here. Wherever it is, we will open a sell position in the direction of the trend, because the direction of the trend is down, and we have recently broken a very crucial resistance at around 0.7902. So I will just change their width to this one so that we know that these are less important support and resistances, and this one is very important. Why? Because because you see, in the past, I will switch it to the daily. You see, in the past, this has been a very good support area, and now we are expecting when the price from below will go towards this area, it will act as a good resistance. And actually it has happened once here on the candle of 2100 on 19th of September. No, I mean we can open new order long. No, Anup, never do this, my friend. Never do this. You cannot open a new order that is long. If you are already short, you should never ever do this. This is an easy way to just lose all the money in the market. Now you ask me why. Of course, you will have a follow-up question. Why? And we have already seen all the pairs, so we have time. I think I can spare some 5 minutes to answer that question. Why we should not open a long position instead of getting stopped out? Yeah. So say this is the market that you are trading. New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar is what you are trading. Now you know that this market is in a downtrend. Do you see that this market is in a downtrend? Okay, so I say that we are looking for an opportunity. Why we are not selling it here? No, we don't want to sell it here because we want our stop loss to be very small. It doesn't mean that I will sell it here and keep my stop loss here. No, I will keep my stop loss at a place where there is no chance of market to go. I don't want my stop loss to get triggered. So I will look for an area of opportunity. where it can be either the market can move like this. This is my speculation. Okay, this is a possibility, or the market can move like this. So where should I open my sell order? I should either open my sell order here, or I should open my sell order here. But I will not do that blindly. If I do that blindly, then I will be called as an aggressive trader. On the contrary, if you see some price action like say a bearish engulfing like this one, or say a bearish engulfing like this one, or maybe a bearish pin bar like this one, at these two areas, then that will be okay, what goes Anup mean that you can swing trade in both directions? No, Anwar, I will still say that we cannot do swing trading in both the directions on any single pair. Could you give your view on Indian index? Yes, I can. Wait. Does Anup mean that you can swing trade in both? No, Anwar, we should not swing trade in both the directions. You should wait for the structure of the market to change. For example, now New Zealand CAD is in a downtrending structure. Okay, and suppose I was short here. Just suppose that I was short here. I will give you one example. Suppose I entered short here, okay, and then I had my stop loss here, okay, now when the price made a low here after this one, when the price made a low here, I was expecting, because the price has made a lower low, and I know in a downtrend it will make a lower high, so I'm expecting a lower high here. It may be here or it may be here, but if it goes above this one, if it goes above my stop loss, that will mean that the structure of the market is in jeopardy. Jeopardy means that it is vulnerable. It can break now because the price has made a higher high. If the price makes a higher high, there is a possibility that it will make a higher low and it will start an uptrend, and I do not want to stay in that market where my stop loss is taken out, because in that case the structure of the market would have changed, and I want to go with the market till the time it is having the same structure. Yes, I mean, okay, Anup is saying that if I put stop loss, I need to book loss. Instead of that, if I open new long, and when long turns back again short side, I will close the new long and book some profit and let the short continue. Well, that you can do, but I will say that if your stop loss is triggered here, like in this case, Anup, if I think Anup suggests hedging without stop loss. That's fine. Hedging is fine, but you should do hedging at the support zones. You should not hedge at the stop losses getting triggered. Now suppose you are short here, you want to hedge, you hedge here. You know this is a known support area. There is a possibility that the price will reverse from here. When it reverses from here, you hedge here, or you open the long here. Then when it again gives you some bearish price action, you close the long. No? But if your stop loss gets triggered here, you do not open the long position. That will be, of course, you will be looking for a buying opportunity. But in that case, suppose your stop loss here gets triggered, then something like this will happen. So because this was the previous resistance, and that's why you had kept your stop loss above this level, and once this level is broken like this, your stop loss gets triggered. So this, you will assume, or you will think that this area should now act as a good support. So if you want to open a buy position, you cannot open it immediately. You have to see how it reacts to this level after it retests this area. So when it retests this area, if this level is acting as a good support, fine, you open a long trade. But you say that you want to open it here at the trigger of the stop loss, that will be a very aggressive nature as a trader, because you are not sure, you are not confirmed whether this is going to be the next support or not, because there is a possibility that after taking out your stop loss, the price reverses immediately to turn in the direction, in the original direction. But no, SL is suicide. What? No, 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 no. SL is not suicide. SL is to save you from falling on your head. SL is no suicide if you take it in a positive. SL is very much essential. You cannot trade without SL, man. Or maybe I'm just exaggerating it for you guys. Or you may be new. You have to understand the importance of stop loss. Without stop loss, if you're entering any market, you are going for a suicide. Ah, okay, that means, okay, MJ is saying, but no SL is suicide. Yeah, MJ, I understood you. Yes, yes, yes. I read it like, but no, SL is suicide. No, 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 it is not like that. What you are saying is that, but no SL is suicide. Yes. I got you, MJ. That's why I was thinking that MJ is a good boy. How can he say that SL is suicide? SL, no SL in the market is a suicide. Yeah, understanding from your point of view. Thank you, Anup, for being with me here. So you cannot be very aggressive in this market. You have to let your stop loss go like that. Okay, so suppose the market is talking to you. The market is talking to you. Hey, Anup, you have got a kiwi against the loonie. You are short, okay? But I think the kiwi is strong today, and I'm gonna take your stop loss. Then how you are gonna answer that market? You say, yes, yes, my lord. Please take my stop loss and let me live another day with the equity that I am having. Thank you very much for taking my stop loss away. This is how you have to uh, you have to talk to the market. Because if your stop loss say would have not been in place, what happens if your stop loss is not here? Your stop loss is not here, you get away, or you get the structure of the market changes. Then you start thinking, okay, the market is going up, although I'm short here. I think for some time, in some time, the market will come back. The market comes back, okay, and then when you have to get out of the market at this support, you do not get out of market because it gives you a hope that because it was going up and now it has started coming back, and eventually it will keep coming back in your direction. But it will not, because it has broken a serious resistance, and now that serious resistance may most probably will act as support, and it will go again against you more and more, because you did not keep your loss short. So you will have to book a bigger loss in the end. It's me, Anub. Please review on Indian index. Yeah, okay, well, it is nifty, right? Index is nifty. Yeah, Indian index, okay. Let me check, please. Oh, Indian index as of now is 7709. It's a bearish pin bar, but let me check how it is performing broadly. Well, a lot of resistance already. 18,500 is, I think, is the ultimate resistance, and still it is at the resistance level. All right, even today it went much higher. Let us see, Anup. But what are your views on this? Okay, I will ask you later, maybe. Well, people have multiple reasons to go short in this market, actually. And there's now a broadening pattern forming here. Broadening wedge, I can say. Now, the broadening wedge is mostly bearish in nature. You can see that the wedge generally closes and it makes an apex towards the future. But if an apex is made towards the history, it is called a broadening wedge. And most of the times, broadening wedge is bearish in nature. Okay. My friend Anup, I'll say this one here. Okay. this area here 17,235. Till the time this area is holding, I think you can go long in the Nifty. Okay, and but it doesn't mean that you will buy it now. I mean, you can go long till 17,235. That means you will be looking for counter actions. What is counter action? Something like this. Okay, something like this you have to see. When that is over, like with this bullish pin bar here and a bullish engulfing here, then you open a buy position. Do not open buy position here. So it is already in place now. Today's 4-hourly candles you can see. Now if something of this, something like this is happening, so you can turn it to 1 hour or maybe 2 hours, something like that. You see me? Do you see my chart here? You know already that this is an area of support here. Okay, this is an area of support, at least on the 1 hour, and this is an area of support that we have marked. What you can do is you can increase its width. You know that this is an area. If this one is breached, I'm not going to open the buy position. Okay, if you are on the short side, then fine. Then look for 1740.61 and 17,235 to be tested soon in this market. But if this is broken, you can go long, go short for the long term. Okay, if this is broken 17,235, then maybe more downfall will be there or more correction will be there in the Nifty. Although I'm not trading the Indian markets, but still this is what the chart is suggesting at least. And also notice that this was a Marubozu here on the 1 hour. Okay, after that there was a small pullback here, and then there was only buying. So be cautious at this level also, the low that the price has made, 17,577. Okay, 17,577 may also some buyers may also enter this market. If this is really for an institutional investments, then there's a possibility that this level will be hold. If this level doesn't hold, then expect 17,461 to hold. If that doesn't hold, then 17,235. If that doesn't hold, then I don't think that any nearest level is going to hold in the Nifty. All right, friends. I hope you got some idea about the support and resistance levels that are of interest in the coming hours and days. Just keep in mind to never risk more than 1% of your capital on any single trade. And you should look for a potential profit of more than 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times is always good. And you should adjust your position size in such a manner. Do not adjust your stop loss. Your stop loss should be where it should be, but your position size is the thing that you can always change, and you should change it so that even if you lose, you should not lose more than 1%. Now with this note, I shall end this live stream. Please press the like button if you find this video useful for you. Let me know your suggestions in the comment section, and consider subscribing to the channel for more such webinars if you are new to the channel. And yeah, I wish you and your family a very happy and a profitable day. Thank you very much for being with me. See you tomorrow at 16:30 Greenwich Mean Time. Peace.